no armor, no nades. They're trying to play the long game on this. Maybe get an aggressive force buy in the second round, because that might be required at this point in time. We know Virtus.pro has gotten numerous bomb plants on this map yesterday, and it was the A site late. They started by hitting B, but this time they'll go straight back to where it worked out later for them. As Chris gets toward the red box and tries to see towards scaffolding. Ooh. Good play from WOXIC. This is the flank I was talking about. From B, they went aggressive, but he overlooks the fact that 3 players were over toward the boosted position. He looked at sandbags and found out that was the wrong way to fire as Rops gets the kill back. As we said, no kits, no time. He'll have 1,400 before the bomb. For WOXIC, the man who flanked last time. Frozen's going to get aggressive. They were caught off by an awkward and sloppy exchange. This is WOXIC again. This is the MP9. He's done it twice. And this time they've all got their backs turned. Oh, no, they didn't, but it doesn't matter. He finds a Dread. Who would have seen him in the peripheral? And then he closes out on all 3.
Right there, considering that Mousesports is a team that as of late have been playing at a very high level. Gotta respect that. It's a team that has established themselves as a top 5 team in the world.
The angle toward the crane, not a headshot angle, as he finds out they can get above that. But Frozen, he's got the off angle toward the scaffolding, and he'll get James, which drops the bomb. He's going to try and work his way in, but a headshot position. This is more traditional of what we're used to seeing from the CTs. Getting a little more aggressive to cover off these choke points at A. Excuse me, not quite like that. See it when Adren steps back, the top corner disappears. That's because it only shows us the lower halls. WOXIC, good recovery. Back into the site, drops the bomb as well. 34 seconds, it's near default. James got him back. Site noise made. Oh, good read. I was going to say that's Buster's time to strike, but Rops reads it. Brilliant as well, because it didn't come from lobby. It was further to the right. Sanji's going to hold Jack Daniels and money, because it just sort of been nice, but
yeah. Didn't pull it off.
Nah, I seldom pull things off. Chris J. Wow, that was a stray bullet. That one was as well, but take it through the smoke. Adren goes down, so does Sanji. Cut. And it's Rops that's down there. Oh, he's okay. Done the damage. In fact, gets both. Rops
is playing very aggressive towards this area, finding the first one as well and getting back. That's 8-win going down, and there's no refrag coming.
Buster holds the angle, drops down, and they've started to put more attention over toward B. No more damage-dealing grenades left. The Molotov, or rather incendiary, the last of which did land close enough to him, but oh, it actually did burn him. I take it back. Frozen did get him. I thought Jane would have plenty of time to get a smoke off on it, but went for the shot instead. The jump, always a risk. Sanji.
I brought up yesterday so many times. Question is, has Rob watched that demo and is he checking it out? And there we go. He's well aware that it's a possibility. That's the preparation coming.
Yeah, okay. Sanji found him. Figured out that he had to be in the smoke because the Molotov was completely behind the sandbags, but timer on that play either way. Kerrigan down. Recovered by Chris. He'll take the Krieg. They're aware of that. They saw him throw the weapon. Bomb down, though. He was able to turn it around and catch out Sanji. James caught from the same position. Kicker good trade, I suppose, but Kicker's going to save the AWP. That's not going to be easy, though. They're chasing him down. No bomb plant. If he goes down, it's no money and the loss of the op.
Returned to the AWP and got kicked again, and now he finds himself in a team that can call themselves a top 3 team in the world.
This is when things start to become more problematic. You're right, that's a great nade. Because if you start to doubt your positions and you're not getting information, then you start to run out of ideas, and then you just get run over. So at least they pull this back on A. Good shots required.
Have to be up to WOXIC now to defend this bomb site. He's all by himself. He spots out the bomb planner, gets him down before the bomb goes down. That's a great kill by WOXIC. Now that puts on a lot of pressure towards James. He has to peek out and he gets punished for it straight away, and there we go.
Very much going to have to spot both sides. Frozen doesn't quite have an angle to the front side of the crane. Wants to get flashed in. Swing on the CTs, holding towards CT. Spawn nearly as well. CTs likewise can't push back through and retake the position, so they've got to go for a retake. Post plants! That's a huge kill from Kicker because they wanted to get not only the planter, but immediately take away the post plant situation. He is playing excellent. 4 kills for him in the round. Look at the HP that he's up against, and the positioning similar without the flank against him, but no easy task because they have smoke in place. And
dangerous if it connects. We'll have to wait and see, though. I think he's just going to walk down here. He's not going to find any success. Sanji is going to be there to get him, so is Kicker, and go fast. Just wait for the mistakes, and they capitalize off it. James with a nice shot towards Robson.
Offer, maybe.
Could be.
Buster's got WOXIC. And round concludes as you suggested. We go 9-6. And they tried to go above the red box, did WOXIC. All they've done is actually signaled the alarms, and CT start to push that direction. They wanted to boost so they could see the ball. Perhaps they put too much time in it? Not at all. Knows that. He's going to get up behind the crane. enough angle to hold those 45-degree ready for the flank to come out from the scaffolding side. No one covering off Kickert's backside with the smokes in the position that they were. Bit of an oversight, perhaps, to trade off of each other and play information. Chris will watch the headshot position at red box. Trying to attack Kerrigan, but not before he found one, and that's exactly it. Chris can play off that information. He spots James to his left. I think he's aware of it. He's got to be very careful on how far he backs up and how far he does not. James goes combative instead, but 2-on-2. Chris is able to dance around it inadvertently, and then, nearly gets the angle, but James hits the shot. He's got to run at this point in time. And it'll be one player from either side surviving, but the round...
Slow approach. They do have mid-control, though. Buster takes first kill on towards Kerrigan here. Should be able to do something, unless he gets Molotov out. That's nice by Virtus.pro right there. Good team play, James. Finding impact, as we asked him to do. Chris J as well. Frozen and Chris J combined for 3 frags, and all of a sudden it's starting to look good. It's up to Frozen now to finish it up, but he can't do it. It's going to be Virtus.pro with another successful retake on towards. Didn't take any damage at all. Took from the grenade though, and there he's coming in. Buster is ready and waiting for him. Read that completely fine. Mousesports is hoping for right now. And there we go. Frozen with a kill as well. Rob's in a good position right here. They don't expect him to be up here. Adrian with the instant trade frag, but it's still 3 versus 3 now. It's an open round. Kill going the way of Mousesports here could be it. Not likely to happen though. Kickert finds Frozen and down again. It seemed likely, and that's it. Bomb goes down, but it's a 1 versus 3 now. 11 HP and Chris J.
Oh, he got the wall shot. James nearly got hit twice by Chris, who's hunting for it. AWP takes down Kickert. He could have been the major. He was a member of the Gambit team along with Zeus, Mo, Hobbit, and Kerrigan. That's such a perfect lineup. Sanji's got the shot back in reverse, but Hobbit is someone that I expected to persevere and actually find form on another team. He never really has. James will get ROPS. That's the signaling of the end because WOXIC cannot get back into the round. Bomb detonates.
Those lines for sure, yeah. I think that's what's so impressive about it, the fact that he's been able to be consistent in that role for so long. Because if you look towards the other AWP players, right, Fallen, Guardian, Kenny for that matter.
Kenny has definitely been around and been serviceable, but he hasn't had to form. You're right.
Exactly.
He hasn't always been at the top. Oh, Buster was at the top of the stairs. He's now on the ground at Catwalk.
Virtus.pro, once again, they want to play the retake game, and I don't blame them for it, but we need to see it be successful. That right there, that's a nice kill. Gets the bomb down. James finds Chris J as well, and it starts to look very good for Virtus.pro. Rubs answering back on Kickert, but bomb still hasn't been planted. 13 seconds left. That's going to put one of the Mousesports players on towards side. Maybe James can find it through the boxes here. Not able to. Rubs finds picks on towards Sanji, and James, that's a nice flick with the deagle. That was so important as well. Not able to get Rubs, and it's 1 versus 1 all of a sudden. Rubs does it with the finesse. Side want to finish the game straight away. Not able to find a player here, and there we go. Turns around, finds 1, finds 2, and that's about it. 5 versus 3 now. Mousesports, they're going to pick up this game. They're going to pick up the map pick off Virtus.pro. Bomb goes down. Kerrigan is nowhere to be stopped. Frozen gets James, and that's going to leave it up to Buster, who goes down to Frozen as well. Mousesports winning 16-9. Virtus.pro had a fight in it. They tried to claim their way back into it, but Mousesports simply too strong.
Yeah, too strong indeed. Speaking of strong dudes in similar colored jerseys, that's the other Mousesports line. Blank quickly, which sometimes is the counter. Apparently, the good shots from Kickert will do enough, or will they? Rops has the response. Bomb still on the, well, now on the ground. I was going to say on the back of Kerrigan, but Rops has responded once more. WOXIC goes aggressive. No bomb planted. It's on the sidewalk inside of the train, so they actually have to go retrieve that, the one that was in that position, and he's come in completely on his own. He's got the first shot, knows that Sanji's gone in toward the Z hole, and he's got that kill.
For whatever reason, didn't really connect the shot. There we go. Kickert finds another one. The double scout prevails.
Well, it's hit WOXIC now as well. So WOXIC down to 30 HP. Kerrigan is also, I mean, this is the tanker. Fast movement mechanics on the scout. James, he made a shot that time. WOXIC falls. These scouts are, absolutely wreaking havoc at this point in time. Back in with the UMP, makes a jumping approach because he knows there's snipers staring him down. Busters got a pistol. That's an excellent round. That's more certainly has landed some of those shots against Chris J. Meanwhile, Frozen does go into action and he catches out Buster. Sanji's gotten Kerrigan. So that battle resumed and it went the way of the defense. Rops will work his way in toward B. They've lost their approach over toward the A side, but they can leave Frozen to try and lurk as he did in the pistol round. Not going to happen this time. James taps them away, and it makes time more of a factor as Chris J finds James. He's going to actually use the ladder on the tanker
to do so.
shots. Good read. Flash was too deep, too high. He knew that it meant they wanted to peek that position, so he held his nerve and held the ground. Lies on that. He's the only one on that side. The other two are both on the high side. I take that back. There's still two towards C connector that aren't even in the picture as of yet. WOXIC trades out on Sanji, but it brings them down to a 2 versus 3, and manpower starting to become a problem. This is clever. Oh, that smoke's huge for them because now he can actually get information, get behind them. He may not have an angle to the bomb, but Frozen's in position to do that instead, and he'll spot them out, line up, easy kills for him, and he's aware that James
is not aggressive enough. Had it been a Kenny S, had it been any other AWP player in the world, probably would have been standing.
WOXIC, he knows it. They wanted to be more defensive with the utility and aggressive on the A site, not expecting Adren to be slipped up behind the smoke. Kerrigan actually gives himself up to a slight gap. WOXIC, though, with or without the Molotov, was always going to take that position because it was about 10 seconds later.
You talk about the test position, that's it right here. By the spoils, by the calls, James is in a good position. Gets spotted out, though. Takes down Chris J. Is able to survive, find a second kill on towards Rubs as well. And he's had more impact with his M4 than he's had with the AWP throughout this game, so that's something better.
Well, no, a lot of time it's game sense. And
goes down, and I don't think Virtus.pro have any ideas. Kicker takes almost 50 damage towards that Molotov. Finds a pick on towards Kerrigan. Knows where the second guy is as well. It's a bit of an opening for Virtus.pro here, but it takes more to win this round. Chris J finds a kill. Rubs is all aware that Sanji can't be flanking, and if I'm not mistaken, this should be another round right here. That could be me. He goes down. There we go.
Right now, and this is a great way to try and shut it down. The opposite the corner. The riflers are not yet in position, so now James has to retreat, stay alive, stay efficient, and give the rotations a chance, which seemingly is enough. Sanji's gotten Rops down with the MP9 because they wanted to get aggressive and shut them out. Chris J gets one back. James found a kill in all of this, so his job's done. Information is what they gathered. A good attempt from Mousesports to capitalize on what they saw in return. But that's something that they need to do more of, and I love that that's the call and that's the time they use it, because look at the flank they even get to use out of that. Just by putting
Chris J in towards teammate, that's going to be a good nade from Sanji. They're going to take 3 players down. They're going to push outside. Chris J finds the refrag. Sanji goes down. Adwin stays alive on the bomb side, gets the refrag as well. Buster with AWP almost connects towards WOXIC, not quite though, and he goes down to Frozen. Back and forth right now. The trades are coming in from Mousesports. Frozen with another kill with the Galil, and all of a sudden, you see the Virtus.pro are being pushed back. Adrian pushes up. James not able to connect, and WOXIC takes him down. And that round was looking so good for Virtus.pro, but now it's up to Adrian. 1 versus 3. He knows there's a guy towards Pop Dog, gets spotted out now, and that's him going down to Rubs. That's been the case of this game. Mousesports have won the majority of those. James goes down to WOXIC. It's up to Sanji to defend the outer bomb side. There's going to be a lot of action going his way. Ooh, finds 1, finds 2 as well. Almost connects it, and there we go. Wow. So somehow stays alive.
I was going to criticize the fact that he retreated that way and gave them a shot. I would have stayed near the ladder and tried to get the reload. And that's the problem with the A1S. You've only got the 20 bullets. But somehow he stays again, is continuing to be aggressive on the A side of the map. That's something that's certainly come into its own in this half. We saw it with the pistol, the P250. We saw it, I think it was 2 rounds ago, when he ultimately should have gone down and somehow got away from the sandwich position. But he's definitely trying to be as invasive, I guess you could say, as possible. He has got caught off this round going back to support Ivy, given the smoke's positioning. Frozen through it. Buster, he should have had the advantage. Frozen would have been gray screened, but somehow he comes out better for it. And WOXIC has a Dren despite 1 kill from him before going down. And that means we're in a 4-on-2 in favor of Mousesports as Frozen continues to look both directions before he crosses the streets, the back, slides up and spots the second player. They're both going down easily. He's got the trigger discipline. He's got the kills. 1, and not quite done, but it is now.
Aggressive and by himself. I like that. Connects the first shot as well. Falls back.
Scary. Oh, this nade. Sanji, where's he gone? Is that going to bounce? Hit the corner. Doesn't matter. Kerrigan's going to just jump down on top of the flames. If he had thrown that nade a little bit more and ricocheted it more so that it went to the left, it might have done the job on its own, but he made no short work of that. Put in every effort, threw it all, including his own body down the ladder. He only got caught when throwing the Molotov because he exposed his body to Sanji, but he couldn't react fast enough. Frozen, which is trying to work its way over safely toward the train. Back to a 2-on-2, however, because Adren knows that WOXIC was in the back tracks, and not only did he find him, that opens up access for him to rotate in and find Chris J. James got the other kill.
It's a great position.
Aggressive pick, but Chris J knows that the CTs have the advantage at range in the USP.
And look at that.
Able to slide out, capitalize. Frozen does the same on Jame, but Buster. The HP adds up, despite the disadvantage in favor of Virtus Pro, and they'll capitalize on that. Buster able to take down WOXIC. They're not done there. He's going to get aggressive, but he's out of ammunition, and that is a problem, as Kerrigan has no problem collecting the kill as a result, but they still have to get toward the bomb. Kerrigan's the one with the kit, so he's the factor. He's close enough that if he goes down, it can be scooped up on the way by, but the efficiency so far of Virtus Pro is to back off and stay alive, and Adren is coming into his own in this game as he finds 2 further kills. It's Frozen with it all to do. The kit is on the other side. He's got the smoke at least gathered. That's one step of it. He's got the kit on the way by, but he needs the kill, and it's not going to happen. 10 seconds, 2 players. They know they've got time in their favor, and Kicker makes no mistake.
It's going to be a vital duel in this round. WOXIC is having an eye on it, and there we go. WOXIC take down Sanji. Jane not there, able to finish him off. It's going to be up to Chris J. And Robs to defend this inner bomb side. 2 guys to deal with 3 players. Should be more than doable. There we go. Chris J goes down to Kicker though. Robs can't deny the bomb plan. There we go. Bomb goes down. Also the second kill to make a move up from heaven. WOXIC is well aware. Takes him down. And now it's all up to Jame.
That's a bit of an early call. I think
this could be it.
Good shot from Sanji to catch out WOXIC, trying to retreat back down toward the old train. Bomb. Sanji and Kicker though. Not done there. They're going to march all over the CTs and Virtus Pro. Try and pick up a gun. Wrong time to do it. There's, okay, fair enough, an AK there, but Sanji couldn't locate him through this. It's very difficult for Chris to get away with the Krieg, although he does get James, but now he's ready for the fight on the other side.
There we go. You see how much damage the Scout can do from the distance. Apron takes down, and there we go. Chris J takes down Kicker as well. Sanji with the refrag on towards Chris J. But this round is still very much up in the air. A lot of damage has been taken by the Virtus Pro players already. WOXIC finding a kill, gets instantly taken down by Sanji.
He's safely stowed behind the bomb train. He actually gets across the hitch. It's information for the T's, but he's alive. And he's actually got them closer to Frozen. Nearly missed the mark on Buster, but gets there in the end, and Kerrigan follows quick. Single flash thrown toward A. Goes too deep to do anything to Chris J. It's supposed to be a ruse because the bomb and the man carrying it was the one who threw it. It now heads toward the B site. Jame, he's holding it, but he's only got 1 HP against 5 Mouse Sports players. This looks to be a tie game at 11-11. I think Jame, from that range right now. Kerrigan has an AUG. There's 3 Kriegs and an AWP. If you want to give Mouse a massive advantage on the CT side, you've just done it. Talk about holding angles. They're going to get aggressive, though, and it's Kerrigan that finds it. Kerrigan, he's had great success with it, and he will continue to do so. A little bit late to retreat, perhaps overstayed his welcome. Got caught out by Kicker, but WOXIC makes up for it to find Sanji, and that brings the bomb inside of the site and in vision of the CTs, who nearly closed the round, although WOXIC is tagged and down to 3 HP. So take note, Counter-Strike duos. Rops backs down the ramp. Tries to keep himself alive and in contention. Waits to see what the aggression will be from the T's, but it's Frozen that finds it first. And he builds a snowman. He's going to go and get it 3 balls because that's how many snowmans have. Phil Kessel's jealous of 2 of those. As Buster catches out Frozen and takes him down in return. It's back to a 2-on-2. Bomb's still ticking, however, and that's the biggest issue because it's on 10 seconds. And they're trying to get on it. Buster's waiting with a knife and makes, oh, no mistake. I was going to say he missed it and actually got off of it, but it's enough, and it will give the rounds to Virtus Pro.
In a desperate place for Mouse Sports. And you tie out the game. Kerrigan trying to go aggressive again. This time around he gets caught off guard. So does Frozen. The window right now, 3 against 5. Chris J goes down towards Ivan.
Bit much. I suppose if you had enough economy, you could carry it over and then purchase a second AK. Use it for an initial pick and try and get away. Rops actually gets
aggressive in towards teammate. Takes damage from the Molotov, gets spotted out, and Jame finds WOXIC towards
Dren waiting for the smoke to dissipate and find his way inside of Ivy. He's got 2 teammates to support him. Smoke thrown, they know he's there. They know Chris is absolutely up close. The bounces, the trajectory, it gives it away, and his pistol was not even at the ready. Still in the holster when they came around the corner, but Kerrigan's certainly holding his own. Finds 2. He's gonna try and smoke himself out, and before they bloom, he actually gets Kicker down. Frozen, found that kill instead. Kerrigan certainly had the lineup, but bomb is down, and take back what I said about finding an advantage. Up the bomb, but he is completely caught in a triangle because Kerrigan will play off of his teammate out to
go. There's 2 players ready and waiting for it on Mousesport's side.
Chris J, he's ready. Off angle. Close train. That's a tough map control on the T side. Bomb will be left at the stairs from the Brown Hall single drop, not the totem drop. And that's what the call will be. 17 seconds. They just want to hold on to what weapons they have. This is playing for the series at this point in time. It's not elimination. This is a winner's bracket game. James down. Only had a pistol, so it's not the end of the world. Probably trying to just recover a gun in any way that he could. Kerrigan will take the P250. Why not?
That's it. 15-14 for Mousesports. Not only is it a map point, it is a game point. Kerrigan is going to be the man in charge of leading that one. Gets the first one, gets the second one as well. James and Adrian goes down, and then it's falling apart for Virtus.pro.
Oh, man.
And there we go. 2 reflex coming in from Kick on and Buster, though, but Christian is in a good position to deal with it. Gets the first one on towards Sanji as well, and Robs that is now.
Buster.
He spots him out in heaven. There we go. Not able to connect it, but it's going to be a 2 versus 2 on the bomb side now.
If Buster had been a little further forward, it might have been beneficial because he's the one with the gun. Chris J's undetected. Buster might have a problem. He's got to get a kill. Oh, he's not even ready for it. Chris has this. I cannot see a world kicker gets out alive. They needed 1 kill from the rifle. They won't get it. And Kerrigan again shows off the potential of the AUG. I wouldn't even call it potential anymore. The power of the AUG. And Mousesports get a 2-0 close.